The reason it's so hard is because you care so much. And so I just thought a lot about being a leader here lately. And one of the examples that I was thinking about was leadership in another perspective or from a different dynamic. And so I think that leaders are a lot of times coaches. I think that leaders can be like, the CEO of a company. Leaders can be you leading your family, obviously leading yourself, which is the start of all of it, honestly. So there's a group of guys that play Ultimate Frisbee with on Mondays, and we're 9-0 so far. Just freaking crushing it. Next week is going to be the championship game. We could go 10-0 and then we'll win the entire championship. But anyway, this last game, we were versing some really difficult people, and the team leader suggested that we only play our A team the whole time, and a couple people weren't going to be able to play, which was a hard decision for him. And I knew it was going to be a hard decision, hard conversation to bring up. Imagine if you're on a team and then told, hey, we really want the A players on this one. That's going to be hard for people, right? But that's what the coaches do. That's what the NFL does. That's what these other places do. They do what they need to do in order to get the outcome that you really want. And you looking out not just for your own interest, but for the interest of the entire team, because you're still a part of the team and still contributed, especially in the earlier games. I knew it was a hard decision. And so I saw that decision was weighing on the leader. And then also he called a timeout at the end because it was we were getting close. We were 14-11 is where it ended up. But he called a timeout 5 minutes before the game, and it's a hard stop at 8 o'clock. And so at 7:55, he called a timeout. They were pretty upset about it, just giving crap oh, you guys don't want to play, you don't want to do this. They were very upset. Similar thing to what they do in the NFL. Whenever it's running out, they call the timeouts, they do different things. In basketball, you're going to foul to do the shot clock because it's just a strategy. It's called strategy. And so he's doing what he believes is the best strategic move in order to win the game. And so, again, he felt guilty because a lot of times we're so worried about people pleasing that we forget to do what is best for the team and follow your intuition. And so, obviously, you want to do it in a God-honoring way, most importantly, but he was doing that. And so anyway, I just texted him and reminded him that, dude, leadership is hard, and I see the struggle, and a lot of people won't know the weight of decisions like that. All they do is they judge based on the decision, oh, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? And there's a lot of judgment behind the decisions of the leaders. But, dude, there's a lot of weight that they're carrying that people don't talk about either. And so I just see that and just let them know that, dude, no matter what, I support you. And I thought about that too, and I know this is going to sound a little bit arrogant, I guess it could, but I just want to remind you guys that leadership does not always mean that you're the leader of a scenario. I am not the leader of that group. I am not the leader of Ultimate Frisbee at all. But I can show leadership in just supporting the leader. Because if he's doing a good job, I believe it's leadership to support him and to help him and to be there for him and to help him lead, because by me supporting that guy and him leading the group effectively, I'm still contributing to the group, which I believe is leadership. I'm still leading the group by showing maximum effort every time that I go and I play and I go there. Dude, there's other people there that have more ability than I do. There's zero question about that. But there is very few that will push as hard as I will. And if they are, they're pushing equal to. They're not pushing more than I am. They're pushing to their max and I'm pushing to my max. There's no oh, you're out pushing me. There's not one time that you will see me have a lower than maximum effort for going to catch, for going to throw, for any time. When I'm on that field, I am putting in the maximum effort that I can in that moment at every single time. I think that's another form of leadership too. But all of that to be said is, if your leader is doing a good job, it is leadership to support them. It is leadership to do what they say that they're asking you to do. It's leadership to, I hate to use the word submit, but it is submitting to their guidance. Because if you believe it's right, then you should do it, right? And if you don't, then at that point, you either find a new leader or leave the group. I still think it's your responsibility, which again is self-leadership. So I just thought a lot about this, and I think that people think that leaders are just the people who are in charge, and leader is every single person. I think that I've been a leader even when I was in the dealership, a leader in the different ways that I'm going to be the example, do things the right way, and just show up and give maximum effort all the time. So hopefully that helps you guys to support whoever's leading you, because it is hard. I know that Again, everybody has different leadership areas in their life, whether it's themselves, whether it's their family, whether it's their marriage, whether it's a company, whether it's a team. Dude, it's difficult. And if you do it well, it should be difficult. And that's what I told this leader is like, man, you got to remember that the reason it's so hard is because you care so much. And so, yeah.